take a ride to Town Auto. This 2025 Rebel 1100T. This more beefy than my Vulcan S 650. Oh, that sounds nice. Hello there. You want me to lead? Okay. Turn signals. Oh, there they are. Alright, it does not like starting up in second. Nice and smooth at low RPMs compared to my littler bike. Doesn't mind riding along at 2,000 RPM at all. Speed camera ahead. Close enough. That's upright. Train ahead. Road closed ahead. Guess I better turn.
we're here at
Gary's. Leave the car here to get it fixed.
Alright, all done recording.
A minute or two to get used to the foot possession too.
Oh yeah, don't worry about that. I will give you a second. So, what did you think in, besides not being able to start in second gear, what else, how else do you feel there?
Yeah, it's real comfortable to ride.
Oh, jeez, navigation.
Press right, swipe left.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, should I?
Yep, I'm ready.
Now, if I step on this, is that gonna be alright? Alright. Oh, backrest is nice.
It's better than not having one. I think I'm going to go back the same way you came because that's a more fun route.
Yeah.
I don't know why it surprised me when you started going and you passed the stoplight there, but I didn't expect it for some reason.
My preferred route, almost anywhere I go there first. I shouldn't lean, should I?
Nope, you should just do what feels natural to you. So don't lean into things, just go with the bike. But what did you think about the ride?
Like I said, I could get used to this bike. It's different. It feels like it's not working at all hard. It's just effortless, you know. When I'm accelerating on my Vulcan, I twist the throttle, I wind it up, you know, it's working, you know, you feel like it's working hard. But with yours, it's just loafing along.
It really is. Yeah, I notice that too sometimes, but I like to wind it out because you get all the power on the top end that you don't have at the bottom, really.
Yeah, you'll have more power up to a point.
Yeah.
I never really got it above 5,000 RPM.
Yeah, it doesn't need it. It'll stay happily in between 2,000 and 4,000 RPM all day. I get up there when I'm taking off from a stop sign or something, or just messing around. Like right now, just...
So your bike is flickable compared to mine, I noticed. I had the feeling that mine feels heavier or more sluggish somehow. But you'll have to see when you ride it sometime.
Yeah, I think it's all about the ergonomics of the bike. You know, the rake plays a big part in that, and also the forward foot controls. Maybe you don't feel as in control as you do when you're sitting straight up and down like this.
You have more leverage with your foot pegs, I guess, where they are.
Oh, that's true. Like I'm not doing anything except pushing on one leg or the other right now, and it leans a little here and there.
Right.
Yeah, totally different experience than riding your bike, I would say, but you're much more comfortable on yours, so you probably noticed a few more things than I would have, just jumping on one or the other. Although I guess more experienced now, we can probably tell things like that a lot more easily.
Yeah, we have a baseline to judge things against it. Do you know that this weekend is Harley Davidson's ride and trial days, where you can go and test ride a bike?
Really? Where is that at?
I think that's every weekend, really. But Yuki's, you know, they're trying to convince people to come in and test ride.
Sure. I mean, it sounds fun.
Those big beefy humping V twins. Maybe a Nightster, maybe a Street Bob or a Road Glide.
Yeah, I'd like to jump on one of those and just see how it feels. You know, the problem is I'm not planning on changing or trading in my bike anytime soon. And that's what they're really looking for, is they're looking for people that want to do that.
Like, we can pretend that I'm interested, I got this, and it seems like I'm bored with it already. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, sure. I mean, why not? That would be fun.
See, this bike is just loafing along. It doesn't seem to be working.
Yeah,
put your weight on it.
And then 2,000 RPM, I can accelerate up this little hill here without much trouble. Yeah, it's a pretty good torquey motor.
It is.
Yeah, the engine braking, the lightness that you felt that you mentioned might also be due to the rain mode, right? So stuck in rain mode. Compared to standard mode or sport mode, it reduces the engine braking so then it doesn't lose traction.
Okay, yeah. I just assumed it was because it's happy at low RPMs. But it could be a little of both, because I never ran it at high RPMs. Even on this S turn, I'll wind mine out in third gear, and then I'll let the engine slow it down.
Yeah, you need brakes here.
I almost don't need brakes on mine for these corners. They cover them anyway.
On Eddie's e-bike, the engine braking is so strong on it that the regular brakes don't even compare. It's kind of ridiculous.
It's recovering all that energy too, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's really cool little thing. And I don't think you would know enough to tell the difference, but I did stiffen up my suspension in the rear and in the front a little bit. I guess not stiffen it, I added preload. So
yeah, for that extra weight, that's a good idea.
Well, I noticed it was just set all the way loose. I think from the factory they just leave it how it's, how they come in the box. And so when I was doing my other things, I wired in this USB port and stuff. When I was doing that, I figured I already had the box out with the little tool. So I used the little tool to tighten the preload adjustment.
Yeah, there's some kind of tool for mine. They have it set at the next to lightest preload, and it feels good.
Yeah, and I couldn't tell where the little clicks are that they mentioned. I heard them here and there, but I just counted the individual pegs that I turned, because I could only turn it like a little bit at a time. So I counted those individual turns and evened it out that way.
You don't have the visible notches like I have. I can actually see what position it's in.
Well, I can count the number of threads that are different.
Oh, threads. Yeah,
It's the number of threads that it now is screwed down, I guess.
Well, it's kind of fun being a passenger. If you get the wind, you get the wide open field of view. You're not inside a steel cage.
Yeah, you're not at all nervous about having someone else be able to do this whenever they want?
Not nervous, although you hit the gas one time and I started to feel more of my weight going against your backrest. And, no, it feels pretty secure back here.
Good. Seat comfy enough for you?
It's just fine.
As long as you don't have to sit like that for very long.
Probably my biggest complaint for a long ride would be my knees are bent more than I like. I'm used to stretching out.
Yeah. I can see that. See, I revved it up a little bit, but you didn't feel the torque.
It's probably not as peaky as mine, where the power comes on the more you rev it, the saw that. Yeah, I saw him doing that. It's been there for a really long time.
Right. I know lots of people that have worked there over the years. So any other comments about the differences here? Oh, party hat. No, she took it down. She didn't want to look like a dork. And here we are.
She was looking at us, and two big guys on one bike.
Yeah. Here we are riding nuts to butts, and she's the one thinking she looks like a dork.
She's probably thinking, well, I'm all for LGBTQ, but those guys,
don't go wearing party hats or down the road, though. There's no party to be had here. I sure was eyeballing her party hat, though, thinking, what in the world? What are you wearing over there?
I like that Paddock Lake is the kind of town where you can walk around in a party hat if you want to.
Yeah, you can wear a dress, too, if you want.
Oh, gosh. No, you probably couldn't get away with that.
No, not that. But that's the line is drawn at dress. But
heels.
Oh, well, heels. I mean, I didn't mention heels. I was just thinking the dress. You could call it a muumuu and be like, they sold it to me as a muumuu.
Yeah. It's not a dress, it's a poncho.
So riding as a passenger, not so bad?
Not so bad at all. You can relax a little bit because you're not having to worry about killing anybody. It's all
yeah,
person right front.
It is. I mean, you're just along for the ride. Whatever happens, right? Isn't that that's Mikey's? That's Mikey's.
We got an expiration date.
It's out there, and that's it. You're done. You hit the expiration. Today is gonna either be your day or it's not your day. There's nothing you can do about it.
So why wear a helmet?
Yeah, exactly. If you knew what day it was that you were going to die, then helmets don't make any sense. But wouldn't it be interesting if you knew what day it was you were going to die, and then you put on a helmet and that date changes? So start wearing helmets.
You start trying to be real safe. You never leave the house.
Yeah. Then your house comes crashing down on you.
I have a buddy who thinks that he knows the date of his death. I just.
Oh, geez, it's one of those.
I haven't spoken to him at length about that, but I don't know. That would be kind of weird.
I thought you were going to say I haven't spoken to him in years because of that, but.
All right, so I get off first.
Yes,
right.
You off first, however you can manage.
Oh, sorry.
You're all right. Do what you got to do. I'm just holding the bike steady. The groan afterwards.
That was pretty hard.
Yeah, it's hard work.
Answer the phone.